extremists have attacked Hindu Canadian devotees at the Hindu Sabha temple in Brampton, Canada. There is anger among the Hindu community everywhere, and in Canada there is a growing realization about the way in which the Khalistanis are targeting the Hindu community. When we speak about Hindu phobia, we are often told we are right-wingers, Republic is a right-wing network. To all those people who call us right-wing for simply speaking up for Hindus, I just want to ask them, do you become a better Hindu if you are quiet when your temples are attacked? I think not. My counter question to all of these people is, do they expect Republic to speak against Hindus when there are targeted attacks against the Hindu community? Hindus are facing threats across the globe, way in which Hindus are being targeted in North America. And it's an unfortunate reality that even in India, Hindus are being targeted here as well. But more importantly than all of this, the good thing is that Hindus are now consolidating. Republic will stand by the Hindu community each time there is a targeting of the Hindu community in India or anywhere globally. Hindus must together raise the voice.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Now time for the nation's sharpest opinion. The Wikipedia scandal. Some call it the Wikipedia scam. That's India's top talking point now. Wikipedia is not neutral at all. Its business model is built on a lie that it is neutral, a lie that it is factual, a lie that it can be trusted. It can never be trusted. Never trust Wikipedia, ladies and gentlemen, because what is Wikipedia? Wikipedia is a very closely guarded, extreme, radical left setup whose editorial control is in the hands of a few hundred so-called editors or administrators who have this radical left ideology, and what they do is work day and night to push their own agenda. Wikipedia lies about being a free online encyclopedia that anyone can edit, unquote. This alone is the greatest falsehood. The structure of Wikipedia gives unparalleled, almost fascist power to 430, 40, 50 odd so-called administrators. Who are these administrators? They're very self-important, super empowered individuals chosen by Wikipedia who have complete control. They can do whatever they want. They can ban editors, they can blacklist sources, they decide what is right, not right, what can be quoted, what can't be quoted. They decide the edits that can be made. Wikipedia should be sued, and it's being sued everywhere now for lying that it has a neutral point of view, when the fact is that people it chooses at will largely depend on left-wing sources and lay emphasis on radical left sources, ending up peddling fake news as a matter of routine. There's so much fake news. There is so much fake news being put out by Wikipedia. It is such a dangerous operation. The most dangerous thing, in fact, is that so far so many people, maybe even you, had assumed Wikipedia to be a source of information, to be a source of fact. Now that's a lie. Wikipedia can never be trusted. Its own co-founder has admitted and gone on record that Wikipedia today is heavily left-biased, radical left-biased, ideologically corrupted. So never trust Wikipedia. The greatest example of the Wikipedia lie is what they put out on Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Wikipedia knows that the Republic Media Network is the only completely journalist-owned network in India, making us the largest, or at least one of the largest, journalist-owned news networks of this scale in the entire world. Wikipedia has enough information to cite to say so, but what does it do? It lies about Republic. It heavily reports on all the false cases against Republic. But when the cases are quashed, when the cases are proven wrong, Wikipedia does not mention that or continues to underplay the truth. What does this mean? This means that Wikipedia has an agenda against Republic. Wikipedia cannot get away saying, oh, it's a question of emphasis. We are emphasizing the lies about you and underplaying the truth. My question is, why are you emphasizing the lies? Why are you underplaying the truth about Republic, about the Republic Media Network? They cannot disguise their opinion as fact and dilute omission of fact at will. And so I have a very important announcement to make. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic Media Network, India's largest independently owned, very popular news network, is going to initiate serious legal action against Wikipedia as well. They've gone on too far. They have deliberately tried to attack us and defame us, and we have enough reason to believe that they are working on a malicious agenda. We are exploring options. We'll serve them notice and, if necessary, sue them, either in a separate case or joining issue in the existing case. We need your support in this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very important fight, a fight that we will win. Let's debate.
The Centre today issued a formal notice to Wikipedia. This comes after numerous complaints surrounding perceived bias and inaccuracies in terms of portrayal which are found on the platform. The notice highlights apprehensions about a small group of editors wielding significant influence over Wikipedia's content. The Centre has raised serious questions on the fact that editorial control lies with just limited number of contributors, suggesting this could lead to skewed narratives on sensitive topics. Speaking exclusively to Republic, Union Minister Giriraj Singh has come down heavily upon Wikipedia.
विकिपीडिया भारत में अफवाह फैलाती है, भ्रम फैलाती है। विकिपीडिया को राजस्थान में कन्हैया दर्जी की हत्या पर नहीं उसको नजर जाएगा, मदनी जैसे मौलाना के शब्दों पर नहीं वो जाएंगे। वक्फ बोर्ड के लिए जो देश में आतंक मचाया जा रहा है उस पर नहीं जाएगा। ये विकिपीडिया भारत के अंदर अफवाह फैलाना, मतभेद पैदा करना, यही उसका काम।
Wikipedia's bias indeed knows no bounds. It describes terror outfits like Hezbollah as a political force. Since when are terror outfits being mistaken as political forces? Wikipedia's anti-India narrative remains difficult to be brushed under the carpet. While talking about democracy under Narendra Modi, it reads that India is experiencing democratic backsliding. Furthermore, it says that democratic institutions and freedom of expression are apparently under threat in India. It also went ahead and labelled Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a controversial figure. Not only that, in the section where it talks about the Ram Janmabhoomi, it has raised serious questions on the legitimacy of the Hindu claims. It says that historical evidence to support the fact that this was indeed the birthplace of Lord Ram remains scarce. Wikipedia accuses Trump of resorting to authoritarian rhetoric and using dehumanizing language against his political enemies. These are just few examples from the long list of biased takes that Wikipedia propels on a daily basis. As the center's notice sparks a fierce debate, the big question is, has the open to all Wikipedia become safe for none?
And ladies and gentlemen, I want to start with NUPUR Sharma. We all know her. She is the editor-in-chief of Op India. Welcome Savio Rodriguez, Sandeep Ghosh, well-known commentators, Vivek Srivastava, America Narayanan and Pulla Rao. Now, why I want to start with you is because you've done extensive work. You put out a whole publication on this. You've got very detailed cases out there. So very simply, what is the real truth about Wikipedia? What is this operation all about, which says that it has an endless source of information on people? Anyone wants to find out about you, Nupur, they're going to look at Wikipedia. What will they find? What will they find about Savio? What will they find about Republic? What will they find about Op India? Or for that matter, about a host of other personalities, institutions and people. What is the truth about Wikipedia?
Hi Arnab, thank you. And it's very important to realize that Wikipedia claims that it's a free to edit, free for all sort of an encyclopedia that basically depends on wisdom of the crowds, which essentially means that if, you know, thousands and thousands of people from across the world are coming together and discussing a subject, the resultant information, since it's building consensus amongst all the thousands and thousands of editors, it ought to be accurate. However, that is not the case as far as Wikipedia is concerned. This is just a facade, it's just a veneer that Wikipedia uses. Now, Wikipedia, as you mentioned, and you know we've mentioned in our dossier, it has about 435 active administrators, and it's got some editors who are essentially controlling all the information on Wikipedia. So they have the right, they have the power to ban pages, create pages, ban editors, ban IP addresses, revert edits, and so on and so forth. And these editors and administrators, a lot of them are actually directly paid by Wikipedia and Wikimedia Foundation. So Wikimedia Foundation every year, you know, it's going to ask people in India as well, you know, please pay us 25 rupees, 50 rupees, 75 rupees to keep Wikipedia alive. But the truth is that Wikimedia Foundation for Wikipedia has millions and millions of dollars. So the Wikimedia Endowment Fund.
From whom?
From a lot of entities like Google, Amazon, George Soros, Rothschild Foundation. In fact, 1 year, even Musk Foundation donated to Wikimedia Foundation. So when they floated their Wikimedia Endowment Fund, their aim was to collect $100 million in 5 years. One of the first donations to that Wikimedia Endowment Fund was made by George Soros. This is Wikimedia's own press release. That aim of collecting.
So they have, are you saying they have admitted they are funded by Soros? Are you saying directly or indirectly Wikipedia is a Soros funded outfit?
If you go on the Wikimedia Foundation page for donations, and if you look at their list of patrons, and if you look at their list of donors, George Soros's Open Society, Amazon, Rothschild Foundation, and all of these foundations are very, very clearly and openly listed. So this is not, something clandestine that I seem to have stumbled upon. It's public information. There are press releases to that effect. So they reached the goal of 100 million for the Wikimedia Endowment Fund in 2 years. And they continued their fundraising and raised millions and millions of dollars more. Research proves that Wikimedia Foundation has enough money to last for the next 75 years with the money they have today, even if they don't get even one single rupee or one single dollar.
So what is this they do about give us 10 rupees, give us 10 rupees? What's this give us 10 rupees thing about?
So what they do is, between 35 and 40% of the millions and millions they collect goes to something called the Editor Retention Fund. So they pay the administrators and editors directly in the form of grants or to further their business interests. Millions and millions of dollars. And these editors and administrators are very, very carefully handpicked. So this makes them classic publishers. Arnab, when you were working in another publication, when you were the editor-in-chief, You were paid by the publication and therefore you were the editor.
So it's not an aggregator. Then the government
No,
is
it's
right.
not.
This is not an aggregator. It is a publisher.
It's
but
not.
then they have to
It
take
is.
editorial responsibility for what they put out. Do they do that?
No, they don't. And Wikimedia Foundation and Wikipedia very, very clearly state that we depend on wisdom of the crowds. This is a free-to-edit encyclopedia, and therefore we are an intermediary and we have no responsibility towards the content that you find on Wikipedia. But again, that is not true.
So the
And most
truth
of their
is it is
money-
not editable. Can anybody watching this program go and edit material on Wikipedia?
They can try, but if the administrators and senior editors do not agree with the edit, they are going to revert it in a second.
And how many
I'll
of
give you
these
a couple of examples.
administrators are there in India?
Hard to tell, but there are 435 administrators across the world, and only 10 members in the arbitration committee.
Do you know
10 members
who these are in India? Any figures here? Do you know of any people?
I can give you some examples. For example, there's an administrator called Newslinger, and Newslinger is the individual who has managed to distort your page and Republic's page as well. And he's managed to blacklist Republic, Op India, Times of India, and all of these sources as well. He was directly paid thousands and thousands of dollars in the form of a grant by Wikimedia Foundation. Again, this is
we were trying,
official
for example, this
Wikimedia
is ridiculous. I mean, this is so alarming. We, for example, have been trying to put out the reality that Republic is a completely journalist-owned operation. In fact, it is the largest of its kind. We've never had any shareholder in Republic who owns more than 15% equity shares. That shareholder has been bought out at several times the value, presently does not hold more than 1% shares in Republic.
Arnab, I'll tell you why
but
you will
then
never be
every
able to
time
put
we
that
try
out.
to put the truth out, we get blocked.
Yeah.
We tried to get some
I'll tell you
professionals
why.
to put the truth out. We were told, oh my God, you have no chance of any truth about Republic going on Wikipedia. So what should we do? Should we just go to court? Will that help?
Yeah. I'll tell you why you will never be able to put correct information about Republic. There are two reasons. One is that Wikipedia essentially bans any direct source. So I'll give you another example very quickly. The Wire had actually published fake news about the court of an air marshal or a Navy officer. And the Navy officer went on Twitter and said that the Wire has misquoted me. Now, when somebody tried to insert that information on the page of the Wire, saying that this is the fake news that they've spread, and the Navy officer himself has said that he was misquoted and this is fake news, the editors and administrators, Newslinger being one of them, said that direct sources we cannot accept. So if the army, the Navy personnel himself is saying that he was misquoted, it's a direct source and therefore it cannot be cited. Two, they said that, okay, Op India has covered that story, so maybe you can refer to Op India. But Op India cannot be cited because Op India has been blacklisted by Newslinger and all the other administrators and editors. So therefore, any publication that is blacklisted by Wikipedia cannot be cited, and therefore on the on the Wire page, that fake news will not be added. As far as Republic is concerned, Republic is blacklisted. So if you have
Why
a
is
news
Republic
source
blacklisted?
on Republic,
Who are they to
you.
blacklist Republic?
They are, the Lord and Mighty of Google, of Wikipedia.
But
Google has
people
actually
don't
paid
know
them
this. I
money.
mean, viewers, are you hearing this? This is such a shadowy, such a dangerous operation, ladies and gentlemen.
Dangerous, Arnab.
Yes, please.
Let me just
go
get
on.
to it in 30 seconds. So Newslinger, he's an administrator, by the way, one of the 435 administrators from across the world. He's an Indian. I know his identity, but I don't really want to go into doxing, so I'm not going to give out his identity. But he is an Indian. He has been paid thousands and thousands of dollars by Wikimedia Foundation. Guess to do what? So their list of deprecated sources, blacklisted sources, which has all the right-wing sources from America like Fox, Breitbart, and so on and so forth. It has Op India, Swarajya, Republic, Times of India, even though Times of India is not right-wing, but whatever. Wikimedia Foundation has paid Newslinger thousands and thousands of dollars to templatize the blacklist sources list. So what they're going to do is, come up with an app. So in the app, you'll be able to type say Republic, and then they'll say that, oh, it's a blacklist source, it's a fake news website, so on and so forth, don't trust it. That's one. Two, they've given him thousands of dollars to develop a web extension, a browser extension. So if somebody goes on the internet and goes on the Republic website, for example, republicworld.com or whatever, there's going to be a pop-up because of that extension which draws information from Wikipedia, and the pop-up is going to read that according to Wikipedia, this is a blacklisted source and it's a source of fake news, therefore do not trust anything you read on Republic or do not trust anything you read on OPINDIA. Wikipedia has officially given thousands of dollars to Newslinger to develop this web browser extension and to develop this app. Now, there are other administrators like Kautilya 3 who have currently been booked in Manipur. There's an FIR against this Wikimedia editor, Kautilya 3, in Manipur because he has gone across Wikipedia and altered all the history of Manipur and all the facts of the conflict in Manipur and essentially turned it into
just 1 minute. You know, viewers, I think this is many people calling in right now. Let's open up to calls, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to invite your attention. Someone told me that this Wikipedia page on Republic says Republic is accused of ratings manipulation. Ladies and gentlemen, nowhere does Wikipedia mention that the case has been quashed, that my arrest was declared to be illegal by the Supreme Court. There is no mention of the clean sheet we've got. There's no mention. No, one minute. I'm just looking at this now, and I'm saying what liars these people are. And they call a lie an emphasis on disinformation and an underemphasis on information, which means the whole damn thing is a slant. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to look at this with great concern. I am examining this matter with India's topmost lawyers. We will initiate legal action because they have no right to do this and they have been getting away with it for far too long. If you believe that it's time to expose Wikipedia for the pamphlet it is, for the danger it presents, and this convenient veil of anonymous volunteers, they try to make it look like a Halloween party to which everyone's invited. Can Nupur be a Wikipedian? Can she be an anonymous volunteer? Can she be an administrator? I mean, rubbish, Vivek. We've had enough of this. We've had enough of this.
Quick 15-second interjection, Arnab.
It's the erosion of truth. It is a misinformation campaign on a global scale. And it is trying to make the truth malleable. And unless we truly take them on, this nonsense and misrepresentation of fact, this advocacy of half-truths, which is a form of manipulation, because one that neither respects the sacredness of knowledge, nor the responsibility that comes with the dissemination of information. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not verifiable accuracy. You know, it is like Al Jazeera's claim that Arundhati Roy is a acclaimed author who speaks for the country. She does not.
Al Jazeera
1 minute. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, should I open the debate? I'm opening to calls. This is going to be a crazy debate, ladies and gentlemen. What should be the next step here, Savio? What should be done with Wikipedia?
What is this OPINDIA?
Well, let's be brutally honest about one fact, which Larry Sanger himself spoke about, that Wikipedia is primarily controlled by left liberal entities. And he even went on, when he spoke to media a couple of years ago, he spoke about the fact that CIA, FBI, and other US intelligence agencies were monitoring Wikipedia. And he even goes on to say, way back in 2008, CIA and FBI computers were actually editing information on Wikipedia. Now, this is Larry Sanger, the co-founder of Wikipedia, and that is what he's gone ahead and said.
No.
Now, if you've got an entity that is controlled by the CIA and the US intelligence and the FBI, that is going to be tailored to benefit the American deep state. That is
okay, let's get Vivek a chance because he won't let others speak otherwise. You see, Vivek, before you come in, let me tell you why I'm doing this. Because Of course, people know Republic is. I haven't got a personal agenda in this. I couldn't care less about Wikipedia, but falsehood must be fought. The point here is, in today's AI world, today's ChatGPT world, what happens is, and that's the point of greater concern, Sandeep, is that a bot will take the information from Wikipedia as aggregated, verifiable information and pass that on. So Wikipedia plays a role in global misinformation because it says I go by verifiable sources and I like Al Jazeera, I don't like Republic, please be quiet, and hence I will put out a large amount of information from Al Jazeera as fact, but a large amount of information from the Republic network as untrue. That information from Wikipedia will be picked up by AI, ChatGPT and passed on as truth. And that is where no. We need to nip this in the bud. We need to nip this in the bud right now, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
ChatGPT is going to pick up information from your website also, from your channel also, from OP India also, and from the entire cabal of Wikipedia. So I mean, don't say that AI and GPT.
It's not OP India, Z. It's not OP India, Vivek Jinping.
I call it OP India. I don't call
Vivek
it
Jinping. It's not OP India. Yeah, it's not.
Very intellectually stimulating arguments.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appeal to you, do not ever get swayed by Wikipedia. In fact, I taught them a lesson in 2011. They called me for a conference. They regret they ever called me. You can pull out the video. And I said there is nothing called neutrality. I said this in a Wikipedia conference. That was the last time they ever called me. But the fact is, these truths have to be exposed. Sandeep, what are the dangers of this kind of misinformation? What's your take on Wikipedia?
See, Arnab, it is not just political misinformation. This manipulation can go even into the commercial world, in business and everywhere else, if they are so compromised. The fact is, this has been done very cleverly, and I think the gullible audience across the world believed that this was a very altruistic platform. And as it's being exposed, one after the other, these pillars are falling. This now Facebook or Meta has been exposed. Earlier, the old Twitter was exposed. And it's also about time Wikipedia will also get exposed, both abroad as well as in India. But I think what is important is what the government has done now. This was long overdue. Forget, Arnab, what you are saying, Republic. I know of so many people of very, very reputable credentials, professionals, who can't get their page up on Wikipedia. Because people, as you said, this filter, and there are people, I know many people among my friends and colleagues who have got excellent professional track record, but they may be having some slant or the other somewhere. And when they try to put it up, or even if you mentioned, even professionals try to put it up, they get blocked. And it gets changed. So I don't know whether our friend, even Dominic, has got a page for himself on Wikipedia. I wouldn't be surprised if his page is either distorted or it has been pulled down. So I think, this is the reality. This is how the left ecosystem has really spread its tentacles around the world. It'll take a while to dismantle, but till then, we will have to have certain corrective action, like what I think if the government has indeed done, and people like you who have the ability to take them on to court.
We will. I wish to give a couple of callers in.
Bhargavi, ANI has done that.
ANI has done that. Republic will. We will do even more strongly. Bhargavi wants to say something. She's calling from Mumbai. Bhargavi?
Yes, sir. So, good evening, Arnab, sir. So, firstly, I would like to appreciate the debate topic which has taken, because we are young students, right? And we rely on internet for information. And earlier, Wikipedia was one source of information for many of us. But now when we are seeing all this stuff happening, especially when it comes to your channel, now you took an example of how Wikipedia did upload accurate information about your case being closed against you. Now, let's consider this information is spread across the society.
Yeah.
How dangerous? It's dangerous
No,
for
it's
everyone.
dangerous at a mass level, Bhargavi. Santana Gopal Krishna is calling from Bengaluru.
Hi, Arnab. How are you?
I'm very well. Hi, how are you, Santana?
I'm fine. Arnab, you should set a precedent in this media world by taking strongly this case to the maximum level and trying to reach to logical conclusion.
I will.
The message what they pump in their platform, it's picked up by even anti-nationals also.
That's absolutely
And unfortunately, yes, and unfortunately, the opposition parties here harp more on such matters. And considerable tarnish of our country's image is happening. Okay? All these gentlemen sitting on your left side, onto my right side of the screen, they all are, hard pressing on the same thing. They want to malign India.
No. Modi is not India.
Huh?
Modi is not India, and you are trying to, scuttle the freedom of expression of Wikipedia.
I'm talking about all the pro-CPI, pro-Song, pro-DMK.
You're a politician. You let the people speak instead of interrupting and heckling and arguing with somebody who's
Vivek, would you be polite with my viewers, please?
You're a politician supporter or whatever. At least be polite with the people who are voicing their opinions instead of talking incessantly like a crazy person.
No, you see, Nupur, the fact is, I'll tell you what. Just one point. See, misinformation. Santana, thank you for calling. Misinformation examples now on Ram Janmabhoomi. Wikipedia states that the site of the Ram Janmabhoomi is, quote, often believed to be at the place where the Babri Masjid stood, unquote, and that, and I quote, historical evidence to support this belief is scarce.
Arnab, let me give you a
and the Supreme Court went with all the historical evidence, but Wikipedia says it's scarce. I call that a lie.
A shocking example. Let me give you a far more shocking example.
Okay, Nupur gives a shocking example. Yes.
On the page on where the terrorist attack by a Islamist mob where Hindus were burnt alive, Sabarmati Express, they say that there is no evidence and there are doubts that a mob actually set fire to the train, which led to the murder of 52 Hindus, including women and children. Now, an editor went on the talk page of that Wikipedia page and said that, listen, the court has actually convicted over 30 Muslim perpetrators, and it has been proved. My God, just please keep quiet.
Come on, Vivek. Vivek, stop heckling, man. Can we have someone else on the right? The man is a professional heckler. There should be a Wikipedia page on him as an out-of-control heckler. He's got to stop. He's got to stop. No, he won't stop, so I'm taking him off air. I'm not very democratic anymore. Yeah, please, thank you.
Calm down.
You're off air. Yeah.
And the administrators who were managing that page said that the judiciary, the Supreme Court judgment, is not a reliable source, and had publications like The Wire, Al Jazeera, or academicians like Teesta Setalvad, who is accused of fraud and is being investigated, Rana, Washington Post, New York Times, etc., if they had ratified that conclusion, that it was in fact a Muslim mob that set fire to the train, leading to the massacre of 52 devotees, including women and babies, then they would have added it to the page. But that information is not there because they deem the Supreme Court of India and the judiciary, as not a reliable source. So
there are so many sources, Nupur, should they choose to. Yeah. The point is this now. They won't. Let me take the case of.
I think just 1 second, just one last point, and I think everybody is missing the woods for the trees. The question here is not particularly about individuals or organizations. The question here is about digital colonization. Because Wikipedia and Google and the collaboration between them that has existed since 2018, there is a lot of money exchanged.
Yeah.
You have to realize that there is going to be no fora where any other version, other than the left version,
no, but I believe that
Wikipedia
Google has a
can be put out.
responsibility. Google does a lot of business in India. Google, in my view, should distance themselves in every possible way from this prejudiced and motivated. They have to, they should. They have got followers in India. People in India should ask the questions to Google whether Google is involved in any way with Wikipedia. And I'm sure that Google, if it is, will do the right thing. Shelley is calling from Vasai, near Mumbai. Shelley.
Yes, very warm hello to you, all of you over here. And I wish to say that you're doing a great thing by taking out this Wikipedia scandal. And I also wish to say that do you think, Arnab, only one program is sufficient enough to open this thing up, what Wikipedia has been doing to malign the name of India? Is it?
No.
Do you think only one program?
No, I don't think so. Shelley, can I say something to you? One program is not enough. One network is not enough. It has to be a campaign. We can participate in the campaign. It will need you and all viewers. We will need to build considerable awareness and continue to put focus on this. That's my view. And Shekhar Vijayan is calling from Bengaluru. Shekhar.
Hi Arnab, how are you? It's nice to hear from you and nice to see all of you there.
Yes.
Arnab, I was listening into what you were saying and what the panel was saying. I think I just have 3 points here. One is the government has to take responsibility here and make sure that the right representation of India happens. I don't think there's any dearth of right-minding Indians. I don't think there's any dearth of right action here. The second thing is tough questions need to be asked from these companies who support this. They don't need to do business in India. The third thing is we need to have a call to action. I think for a long time, Arnab, we've been hearing this about data, about misrepresentation of India, about how it is and what India can be.
Yeah.
I think this is a new India which is very different and you are at the forefront, Arnab. You've been asking about this at so many intervals, at so many points of time. I think there needs to be concrete action which takes place.
If we do this, Shekhar, will you all back us? If Republic takes the lead, will you back us? Op India already has done great job. Great job Op India has done. I'm so proud of NUPUR. I'm proud of NUPUR because she puts her money where her mouth is. She really believes in it. She sticks her neck out and she picks up unconventional battles that others don't have the guts to take on, and that's where we are proud of Op India, Mr. Jinping. Now, I'd like others to come in on this as well. Mr. Jinping, I'll give you... Pula, what do you think? Pula and America. We need to stop. Pula.
I definitely sympathize with what you have said about yourself, your eminence. I said today, yesterday, day before, I hope you'll be able to get your rightful stance in this issue. But I simply want to ask you, this Wikipedia and Ms. NUPUR Sharma also started in 2011. In 2024, what was the government doing all these days if there was something bad? Was the government asleep? Are they an adequate regulator? Or why did they get up? Why did they sleep if there's something wrong? I always fail to understand why the government never does anything if it is wrong. And one more thing is...
Sir, now that they've woken up, will you back them? Now that they've woken up, will you support them?
No, I want to say there is a lot of...
So you're saying that they were asleep earlier, but now that they've woken up, you will still not support the action?
Arnab Goswami is very well known. You can fight these battles. What I'm saying is the government since 2014 or 10 or whatever, 11, they let these things pass. Secondly, I think government has to be restrained because of Article 19 of the Constitution. There is something there. There's freedom of speech. Eventually, when this goes to court, that is the battle they wage. That this is part of freedom of speech. Whether we are an intermediary, whether we are a publisher,
I expected this. I expected this argument, and characteristically, Pulla has put that out. Freedom of speech. Truth. Is the truth editable? Or is the truth absolute? Are you what you claim to be? Anupur, I have no problem. If Wikipedia says we are biased, we are not a freely editable encyclopedia by anyone and everyone. If they admit what they are, I don't have a problem. It's the stance they take. and then the truth about them which does not match. Freedom of expression argument, NUPUR's counter.
1 second. Sir, I don't, I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with you, but Republic says that you're pro-DMK. Now, freedom of speech, classic freedom of speech, if Wikipedia was upholding it, would mean that the Hindu, for example, which is, historically pro-DMK, it would be editable, it would be citable on Wikipedia saying that DMK is a secular party, and Op India would be citable on India criticizing DMK for being historically anti-Hindu and continuing to be anti-Hindu. An encyclopedia should provide both sides of the argument. That is classical freedom of expression, and I, for one, would be all for it. If Wikipedia was okay with the citation, 1 second, sir, let me finish, with the citation of both sides of the coin, what pro-DMK newspaper is saying and what those newspapers or news publications that believe that DMK is anti-Hindu, what they are saying, and both are given equal weightage and both are cited on the page about DMK, I would have been the first person to support Wikipedia. One, that's not what they do. They will only write what's pro-DMK because essentially they would support any party.
Any anti-BJP, and tomorrow if DMK goes with BJP, they'll change the page.
Sir, two. Second point, you said that 1 second, sir, I'll just finish quickly. I'll just finish quickly, sir. One second. You're much older to me, sir. I don't want to heckle you. Quickly. You said that this government was sleeping for the past 10 years, right? I happen to agree with you, and this is going to go down in history as me agreeing with a pro-DMK voice. The government was sleeping for the past 10 years. Now that it has woken up, now that it is taking action against Wikipedia, sir, in all your wisdom and experience, why are you not supporting the government when you yourself are saying that the government was sleeping for 10 years? Now that it is woken up, you should be in favor and you should be supporting.
I'll tell you why. This is not a one-party state. It's not a one-party country. There's a multiple. You have every voice. There can be 14 crore newspapers. It can't be that I should agree with you or you should agree with
100%.
me.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, to which my counter is, if I may come into this very interesting point in the debate, if that is the point, and I want to get America into this, if Wikipedia truly is some kind of a banyan tree that presents in its own lofty language information on all branches of knowledge, unquote, then in my view it must decide whether this wisdom and knowledge also justifies misinformation, canards, lies and misrepresentation. And if it does, they must say we do that because we believe that to be the truth. This is not what an encyclopedia does. America, now, let me give you another example out here. Wikipedia under Modi's leadership, quote, India has experienced democratic backsliding or the weakening of democratic institutions, individual rights, freedom of expression. Narendra Modi remains a controversial figure domestically and internationally, having, quote, evidence, unquote, of an, quote, exclusionary social agenda, unquote. This is childish editing. It is the kind of editing where you tell someone, pick up bad words on Modi, find a reference and put it in your footnotes and put it out.
Quote the, quote the counter to it.
And then the counter to it would be, that he's won his third election. India will be the third largest economy. Yeah. He has seen the largest infrastructure investment. The false allegations against him were proven untrue in a court of law. He's among the most popular leaders in the world. He took a national interest position on Ukraine and he has headed some form of government for 21 years. Kindly keep quiet.
No, also this backsliding thing, at least...
Backsliding, their favorite word, backsliding. They're forever sliding.
Wikipedia should also quote research that counters VDEM, which is Soros funded. You should cite that as well, then it's fair.
Superb arguments tonight, lot of calls. Before I go to Upasana in Hyderabad, I welcome on the back foot America in Narayanan tonight. America.
Whatever you talked about Wikipedia bounces off the wall and sticks on you. You exactly said whatever you said about Wikipedia is also applicable to you. You are biased. I am not here to defend
Precisely,
Wikipedia.
and we are allowed to be
but
biased because we are publishers. So declare Wikipedia publisher.
I'm going to walk out. I'm going to walk out. If you talk
Don't walk out or sit out or stand out. Argue tonight. Don't run. Don't run, America. Don't run. Don't run.
I will.
Don't run. Don't run.
Don't give me
Face Nupur. Face Nupur if you can, but don't run.
Please.
Don't run. He's running away from you, Nupur. You scared him away.
Please.
Don't give me these thuggish threats. These don't.
Thuggish threats. Nupur is in full flow tonight.
Don't do that.
Excellent.
Mamta Banerjee couldn't. America, I don't even know who the hell you are to do that.
Listen.
So don't try all this nonsense.
She's in full flow
If
tonight.
you want to, okay, listen. If you want a shouting match, I'm not for it. If you want to listen,
Don't play the victim card now. Don't play the victim card. Nobody's shouting at you.
I'm okay with it.
Nobody really cares what you're okay with or not. There's an argument, please counter it. A publisher is allowed to be biased because it has an editorial policy. Wikipedia, if it's declared a publisher, it can be biased.
Do I have a floor?
It can't be an intermediary and
I don't know if you have a floor
I have the floor.
No, you have the floor without having a flow of thoughts.
If you want to heckle,
you have a point.
If somebody is talking, you should listen. You should listen and then finish up. Listen, what's the point? Don't call me. I don't want to come. I really don't want to come and shout. No, all I am requesting you is if you give me 2 minutes, just allow me to talk for 2 minutes. It's okay with me.
Allowed. Stop protesting. Allowed. You're allowed, sir.
Okay, thank you. We are wasting a lot of time. But coming back, I think it is okay to regulate things. But in a democracy, right now, you have an ability to say what Wikipedia is saying wrong. I think you should. But to say that they cannot publish this is anti-democratic. The most important thing in a democracy is to point out the errors of omission and commission of the government. It is important. Someone has to point out to the king that the king is wearing no clothes.
I'm failing to follow.
There has to be, you need to give more place for the opposition to criticize, because this government, and including your channel, has put in a lot of misinformation and untruth and fake news.
Well, I think that your argument is as intellectually complex as Gulliver's Travels. I want to go to Sandeep Ghosh right now. Sandeep Ghosh is on the debate. Sandeep.
Three things.
No, Sandeep is also on the front foot tonight.
No, so Mr. America, 3 things. First of all, therefore, are you saying Wikipedia is an opposition mouthpiece, is an opposition platform? If that is so, let them come up front. That's saying that is our job. We want to speak to power, etc. And then, as Nupur was saying, either they call themselves an aggregator and say we are neutral and we are a banyan tree, as you are saying, and as Twitter used to once say that we are the digital public square, etc. Either you say that, or you say, no, we have our points of view, we promote a certain point of view, and that's why we are here for. So let them come clean on that score. I think that is very important. And the second thing, what I was taking of Arnab, the point I want to add, I think some of your viewers who call us in, who said something very right, that, this is a much bigger scale war. And some of your contemporaries and peers in media, this is not a political thing. This is not Congress versus BJP, etc. Tomorrow they can be at the receiving end of this kind of misinformation. Their pages can be taken down. Those editors, I think they need to all join in.
True. I think this needs to be a public campaign. Upasana is on the call from Hyderabad. Upasana.
Hey, hi Arnab.
Hi Upasana. Hi, very well, yes.
Go ahead.
So Arnab, I want to share something that happened today. My friend has come from US and she wanted to watch, she wanted to follow US election. And I suggested your channel and your name. That you can watch him and it's a good coverage and everything. So before watching your channel, she just went to Wikipedia and read about you and the channel. And she was not very impressed about it. She was like, I don't think I want to watch him. So I said, no. I've been watching him for last 16 years, and he's good. You must watch. And then she's sitting here with me and watching you, and the tagline that you've used there for Trump versus media, she was very impressed with that. So the point that I'm trying to make here, Arnab, is that they are spreading a lot of misinformation about, not only about you, but about a lot of things about India and a lot of other things. Okay, so when you are saying that you want to take legal stand against them, so you must do that.
Absolutely, Upasana. I'd say this. See that I first of all tell your friend, give her my regards, and say that if she goes by Wikipedia, I'm probably locked up in Tihar jail right now for the gravest offences against the country and for working against the interests of Bharat. The point is, it's not about me. Look at what they say about targeting of the Hindu community, our ancient religion. They say that some academics question the use of the term Hinduphobia as a quote-unquote popular weapon employed by affluent Hindu diaspora in stifling critical academic discourses on Hinduism. I mean, why would you put this out at a time when Hindus have been under attack in various parts of the world? Why would you downplay murderous attacks on the Hindu community in Bangladesh? And how long can that be allowed? I think what we are doing here is a counter-argument, which is why, once again, Savio, we must say that there are very few people like NUPUR in this country who base their arguments on the basis of reason. I would request everyone in the country to read NUPUR's work on Wikipedia. When the history of Indian journalism will be written, let me tell you, her work on the violence against Hindus during the Jahangirpuri riots and on Wikipedia will be monumental tomes based on solid research. Read it. Read it, Vivek.
All right-wing literature should be discarded.
Yeah. Read it.
All right-wing literature discarded. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
And that is what they write.
Yeah.
You know, and it should be protested. If you question the Wikipedia, it should be protested.
Mr. Pro CPIM, if you had accepted it, I would have.
I don't write lousy stuff like you. He never questions the Prime Minister.
I don't take those people seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't take communists seriously. I don't take communists seriously who go and murder.
You are just a pro-government mouthpiece.
And make the mother.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have some intense coverage of the US election. And of course, you have a choice of watching foreign channels for the US elections, American channels. But if you wish to understand what it means from an Indian perspective at a time when no US network has any objectivity, please tune into Republic. We have, we have agency feeds coming in, latest pictures, and a lot of live inputs from around the world, especially from all the critical parts of the US and the decision-making states. So that's coming up. Viewers, I'll see you tomorrow. But the big debate on madrasa education and the bias in the US media on the 2024 presidential elections is after a break. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Co-powered by Jaguar Bath & Light.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Director, the taste of success.
In one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, and we have momentum. It is on our side. Can you feel it? And we have the momentum because our campaign is tapping into the ambitions, the aspirations, and the dreams of the American people. Because we are optimistic and excited about what we can do together. And make no mistake, we will win. Because here's what everyone here knows. When you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we have an opportunity in this election to finally turn the page on a decade of politics driven by fear and division. We are done with that, and we are exhausted with it. Well, you all know what we say. We are.
इतिहास गवाह है, जब भी जाति के नाम पर, क्षेत्र के नाम पर, भाषा के नाम पर बंटे हैं, तो निर्ममता से कटे भी हैं.
Co-powered by Jaguar Bath and Light.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
Songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them mailing men. All I want is a touch of love.